17. Panthers are 2-0. They beat the Saints 26-7. Rams are 2-0 down in the Colts 27-24. And the Broncos are 2-0 with a 23-13 win over the Jaguars. Patriots take care of the Jets 25-6. Browns over the Texans 31-21. 49ers are 2-0 beating the Eagles 17-11. Bills shut out the Dolphins 35-0. I'm Eddie Garcia.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And the Lincoln Journal-Star's Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Good morning, happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen. Early break, full show ahead. Plenty to get to from Nebraska's loss at Oklahoma over the weekend. Sip was down there, I was not, but still, you've had 48 hours to kind of get your thoughts. I guess not quite 48 hours, less than 48 hours to get your thoughts in line about Nebraska, Oklahoma, and how to truly assess that game. But we can all say this, at least, Sip. I think most of us thought it would be a blowout going to Oklahoma, right? We thought going in it would be at least a 14-point game at the best, right?
Yeah.
No one really saw a 7-point game going down to the wire with the ball in your hands to end the game.
No, I totally agree with you. That blowout. I did say on the show on Friday, I'm not going down. I don't think I'm going down there to cover a blowout. But if you're saying 14, yeah.
I think I said 17 or 21 points they'd win by.
Yeah.
And I thought that, they covered the spread at that point. All right, small wins. We hate moral victories. We hate moral victories.
It's strange, though. You're right when you think about it. Okay, there's a lot we have to acknowledge. Yeah, here they come. Yeah. Here they come.
Harrison, where are you at? I need you. Phone calls are
sleeping.
The calls. We started the show. There's already 2 calls over there. I don't have a producer today.
Our producer's not here. That's okay. We're not calling out EP or EP Harrison. Hey, Jake, it is strange. Think about how wrong. We have to acknowledge a couple things. We were wrong about this game because we didn't call what happened. We thought, and I was. You were. I was. I said Nebraska would have to score 35 to 38 to win.
Right.
But that's been the pattern. I mean, Oklahoma hasn't scored fewer than 24 points at home since 2016.
I think they hadn't scored it at all. I think
at all.
The last 68 games they hadn't scored less than 24 points, something like that.
So it was, given Nebraska.
Think about that. The last 68 games they had not scored less than 24 points.
Right.
Before Saturday.
We didn't see this kind of game coming. Nobody. I don't think hardly anybody did, except who did? Coaches, I think. The guys who were in it, the guys who know what's going on, or the people who are familiar with Oklahoma. I heard a lot, Jake. I heard a lot from the Oklahoma people. This team's not that great. I mean, they can be had. So. Now, I think fans and media, we just didn't buy into the.
Well, I don't want to just disparage Oklahoma to start the show.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Am I doing that?
No, but
I don't think they're a top 3 team.
No, I can assure you they're not a top 3
team. Okay, well,
team.
that's not disparaging. That's
just factual. Yeah. That team would get routed by Bama. They'd get routed by some other team. Georgia probably rout them.
There's people that have been watching. I'm not disparaging them. Oklahoma. There's people that have been watching them a long time that caution me. Sip, this isn't a great Oklahoma team. This team may not win the Big 12.
I don't think they will.
Well, that's how you got to tell me who's going to.
Well, I was talking to an Iowa fan yesterday who says Iowa State is going to win the Big 12.
Okay.
They said that game against Iowa was kind of, that's just Kirk Ferentz has Matt Campbell's number. That's still a pretty decent team at Iowa State. They believe Iowa State will win the Big 12 conference.
And I will be happy to take apologies from you and a lot of other people about Adrian Martinez, and we can do that as the week goes on, okay?
Adrian Martinez has been very, 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 very good the last 3 games. He was not good against Illinois, which is a fact, right?
Right.
Since that game, he has found himself again, and he was absolutely the reason, the defense and Martinez were the reason why Nebraska had a chance to win that game on Saturday. Those two.
Doubt. And let's face it, the defense and Adrian Martinez, and now there's not the only reasons, but those are the main reasons why you still give this team hope of getting to 7-8 wins. Maybe those are the leading reasons. They're not the only reasons. You know what, Jake? You know what? Let's just boil it down. You know what the consensus of the Journal-Star crew was yesterday? That if you had a good offensive line right now, you don't even have to have a very good offensive line. If you had a good offensive line and, throw in if your kicker
a reliable kicker. Let's just say it. Just say it. A reliable freaking kicker is what you need to say. Don't hesitate. That's the words. A reliable kicker.
I'm just worried about his mental state. I don't.
Well, it's time to.
I understand.
It's past that. It's time to figure it out.
Anyway, if you had a good offensive line, I'm not calling for a great or a very good, just a decent offensive line. I think you're in business with this team, Jake. I think you're in the 8-win category, or 9-win category.
Yeah, I think a lot again, but that's an if. They don't have that.
I know it's a huge if. They don't have it.
Because although Oklahoma is not a top 5, they're ranked top 5, they're not really a top 5 team. That's still a good team. And Nebraska with all the woes they had in that game. I mean, the kicking game gave up an extra point for a 2-point conversion.
Can we just say it very simply so we can cover this in a very one sentence?
Okay.
JoJo Doman said this very succinctly in the post game. JoJo Doman, Nebraska's outside linebacker. Nebraska spotted Oklahoma 9 and lost by 7.
It's true. They did.
2 missed field goals, and then if you factor in the blocked extra point, they get 2. You take away 1. That's 9. You get to 9. 9 points. You lost by 7 and spotted them 9.
I'll say this. I don't want to be too. Again, I'm very upset with the kicking game, but I'm not going to be too upset about the 50-plus yarder miss. I get that.
Yeah.
The 37-yarder that began the second half after a great drive.
35.
Nebraska has had so many problems in the third quarter getting going, either defensively or offensively. And they put together a nice drive. They put together a great drive, got stalled out. That's a very makeable kick,
35.
and he shanks it left. He's had I know shank usually right, but that one is a pull hook left.
Yeah.
And you're like, Sip, this is me downstairs. In the basement. Oh, I have a lot of profanity at my house.
Oh, really?
A lot of profanities there.
Did you get upset?
Yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, I was pissed.
You saw Adrian on the sideline, right?
Well, come on, man. This is a game. You cannot just give away points.
I know.
And then later on, it was worse when you had an extra point get blocked.
Yeah.
And
that wasn't Culp.
I know it was Meyer, but
it was Meyer.
Also, there was a lineman that got his butt shoved right back into basically the football. Sip, I went back and DP did a good job, Coach, posting stuff to Twitter. Every field goal attempt slash extra point, there's offensive linemen getting shoved backwards, getting pancaked themselves. It's not
maybe, but
they got
backwards.
pancaked.
Really?
Go watch it. They got pancaked.
I don't know why. I just laugh sometimes.
At least 3 times.
I laugh when I'm nervous. I just don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I mean, number 57 for Nebraska. He just must not have been ready on the snap. Right.
Well, it's happened several times, though. This is not one.
He's a big, strong dude. He's a great athlete. He's coming to the line of scrimmage. He just can't be ready. He just must not be ready.
Well, guess what? There's probably other guys out there that might want to be ready that can be put in the game. This was a constant problem. Again, I don't want to say it was 57 though. 57 got shoved back several times on kick field goals and extra points, and that is a problem. You can't just have that happen because you're going to have kicks get blocked. And yeah, it was the kick low by Kellen Meyer in the extra point. Yeah, it was.
That was low. It was low.
But it still doesn't excuse what happened up front before that.
Right. So, yeah, and I think, I don't want to be, I don't know. I think we're already kind of getting into this idea that Nebraska fans have sort of conflicting emotions coming out of that.
Yeah, you do. Oh, you sure do.
Because you're like, man, during the game, it quickly became apparent to me that Oklahoma wasn't all that much better than Nebraska.
Okay,
It quickly. It was within 3 series. I was like, oh,
I thought, okay, keep it right there. The fear against Oklahoma is that you're going to give up a big play right
a
away.
lot of
right?
big plays, a lot of big
So
plays.
their first drive, they score, but it was a 13-play drive. It took forever. It took half the quarter. So
it took 6:58 off the clock.
So
14 plays.
Yeah, now they converted several third downs, but here is me. I'm like, this is okay. Like,
Exactly.
The defense is not giving big plays up.
Exactly.
I walked away. I was watching this, said, okay, that sucks to give up the touchdown, but this is all right.
Not bad. That's not bad.
They didn't break.
Right.
They had some big conversions.
I
Rattler did some Rattler things.
Totally agree with
That
you.
was my take. I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
this is a good sign for Nebraska.
Yeah. In fact, if you just extrapolate, well, not extrapolate, but if you take that conversation throughout the course of the game, every drive Oklahoma got, every scoring drive, Nebraska made them work for. All 3 drives that Oklahoma had, scoring drives, 10+ plays. I mean, Nebraska made them work. They only gave up. The longest play Oklahoma had was 28 yards.
There was not
23 yards.
There was no big plays. Nebraska's defense came to play. Eric Shenander had those guys ready to go. They had a great game plan defensively.
23 yards was the long play.
Yeah, against Oklahoma?
23 yards was the long play. That's great. Yeah, it's
Nebraska had several plays longer than that themselves.
Right.
The Vokalek catch, the Betts catch, all longer than that.
I think, I think you feel pretty good if you're Chenander, except you didn't do a great job against their run game. Oklahoma ran 35 times for 194 and averaged 5.5 a carry.
I'm telling you this. I'm fine. If I'm Shenander, yeah, you weren't perfect, but guess what? You played a very, very potent offense.
Right.
And you held the offense.
Yeah.
You held that offense on their home field to 21 points, and 2 other points were returned by an extra point, 100 yards.
Right.
21 points to Oklahoma.
Defense played well enough to win.
Yes, the defense was, I'm going to say, phenomenal in that football game.
Don't say phenomenal.
Yes, for playing against that offense. 21 points against the Oklahoma offense. We just said.
I'm just saying very good.
They had not scored less than 24 points for 68 straight games.
Yeah.
So, that was phenomenal by the defense on Saturday. You will not hear one gripe by me this morning about the defense because it was good enough to win the football game.
I agree.
We said they had the hold of 38 points to win, and they held them to 23.
But I mean,
21 themselves.
All due respect. I think phenomenal. I don't know if I can put phenomenal on giving up 5.5 yards a carry.
I'll take it.
I'll say very good.
21 points.
We don't need to argue over
21 points. I'm going phenomenal. It wasn't. You didn't get any sacks. You had pressure on them, but still,
no sacks.
21 points is something I'll take all day.
Very good.
Every day.
I'll say very good. Kaz is just going to attack you on that.
That's what Kaz. They gave up 21 points to Oklahoma, man. I understand. They had some run. They get
very good. I have no qualms with the D. I just don't know if I can say phenomenal.
I would never walk away from a game trying to attack the defense, give you up 21 points to Oklahoma.
I'm not attacking.
I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
Or being critical.
Very good.
Let's get a phone call. I don't know who we have here because, again, without a producer today. If you can hear me, you're on early break. Go ahead.
Good morning, Steve J.
Of course, it's Chris.
This will be interesting. I'm really interested, Chris, to hear your thoughts. Really interested.
Well, Steve, Jake, I'm really agreeing kind of with what you guys have said so far. I thought it was the game itself. I thought Nebraska gave a great effort. I was proud of those guys. Our kicking game right now, you guys, let's face it, it's the laughing stock of the nation right now. I mean, yeah, Steve, you said it right. When I watched the replay of that extra point, and we're not going to mention his name, but poor 57 just getting knocked on his can, and then the kick, it didn't even look like that mattered. It looked like the kick was going to hit somebody in the numbers in the back.
Yeah, not great,
right?
But I once again, guys, we talked about this really all off season. We got to run the ball better, and I kind of figured Oklahoma's defense would kind of corral Adrian in the running game, and they did. They got a lot of speed, and they kind of corralled the running game. But guys, going forward into this Big Ten, we're going to need a running game, and right now we don't have a running back that's averaging over 3.5 yards a carry. And I'm really concerned about Steve Jake, about the injury to Gabe Ervin. I haven't heard anything, but I've seen people grab knees like that before in the past, and it usually is not good. Matter of fact, I thought he actually fumbled the ball. He let go of the ball, it looked like, before he even hit the ground because of the pain with that knee. But I'm really concerned about him. And Steve, have you heard anything about that?
No, not yet, but it doesn't look good. He was on crutches after the game.
I would expect him back.
He was on crutches.
Steve,
knee
Jake,
injury.
I'll be surprised if we see him the rest of the year.
Yeah, I will. I will be too. The good news is Ramir Johnson looked pretty good.
Yes, he did. He did. I just don't trust our running game yet. Oklahoma guys, I want to be the first to apologize. I was on their bandwagon in the offseason. I thought this might be a team that captured the national title away from the SEC, but especially the way they ended last season. They stopped Florida, but guys, I'm with you guys on this. I was unimpressed with Oklahoma. Now I don't know what's going on down there, what they lost in the off season. I know they got Gray, the running back from Tennessee, a couple other transfers. I think they played without their top corner.
They did,
Saturday,
and a nickel.
Yes, but Steve Jake still. I watched after that game. I watched all of Alabama and Florida, and I thought, now Alabama, they kind of let off the gas after the first quarter. It looked like they were going to run Florida off the field, but I just don't see Oklahoma playing with Alabama, Georgia. I really don't. I just don't think they can play with those teams. And Tulane, who gave them a battle that first weekend, I believe, they got beat 60-21 by Mississippi over the weekend.
Yeah, Ole Miss put 60. Ole Miss, the Lane train, beat Tulane 61-21. Hello.
Yes, watch out for Mississippi on down the line. Yeah. But guys, let's face it. We need to. They need to put this one behind them. Michigan State has beat. Well, here we go. Here was a team that we thought wasn't going to be very good before the season, and now they're a top 20 team. They've got a great running game going on. They play some pretty good defense, giving up about 17 points a game. Guys, this don't look like, maybe with the possible exception of Northwestern in a couple of weeks, it doesn't look like there's any gimmies. Even Purdue, Minnesota, look what they did.
Holy cow.
30-0.
Holy cow. Hey, Chris, Colorado got minus 19 yards rushing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. What's up with that? And that's a team that pushed Texas A&M to the limit the week before.
Hello.
So I was saying, like I said, Steve Jake, I thought Oklahoma might be the best team we played this year. But, hey, after watching the Big Ten here early, watch out for this Michigan State team. We better get ready for this. Mm-hmm. And then Michigan, which looks like, Steve Jake, they're in the Schembechler era again.
They're running.
The way they're running and playing defense. Right. But, guys, hey, this is going to be fun coming up here.
Yeah, it is. Nebraska's pretty good.
We've got a team that gives us some effort, but, boy, the kicking game and running game, we're going to have to get figured out and in a hurry, guys. But, hey, guys, great show. I'm going to hang up and listen.
Jake. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Okay, a couple things, Jake. The running game. I think they have the running backs. Okay, so I thought Ramir Johnson ran hard. I thought that's the best I've seen Ramir Johnson run.
Johnson had 11 carries, 42 yards, 3.8 yards per carry in the game. Yeah, he had some nice runs though. Yeah,
no, he didn't put up big stats. Now, by the way, he did have a few catches too.
He had 3 catches for 48 yards. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, he did. And that was sort of out of nowhere, Ramir Johnson. Starting that game, but Scott explained. He said, "Hey, whoever practices best is starting. All right, that's the way it is." Marquise Stepp didn't play at all.
He did not play one snap.
Never played.
Not at all.
Sevion Morrison got in for 1 carry. So but I like the way Johnson looks, and here's why I like Johnson. He gives you speed, And against Oklahoma, you need all the speed on the field you can muster. We haven't even covered the fact that they had 4 of those 5 guys back we talked about, and they were difference makers. Xavier Betts.
Oh,
hello?
beautiful. That long pass. Number one, great pass by Adrian, but you got separation there.
He just took a corner, made a little move, and ran by.
Well, he's fast.
Okay.
We know he's got talent. We've
Right.
been begging to see that.
Well, we saw it.
And what a great throw.
Right.
The throw was on the money.
On the money.
Deep.
Perfect throw.
Yes,
Deep
beautiful.
throw. Yeah. Omar Manning.
Great catch in the end zone.
Great catch in the end zone.
Early catch also for the big game.
Catch and run. Big horse over
Hey.
the middle. Reminded me of Purify.
We haven't seen that type of catch in the end zone for a while at Nebraska.
No.
That was not an easy catch,
Okay.
and he made a great one.
Okay. Now you have Austin Allen and Vokalek
Oh,
back.
both.
Hello.
That was a great picture.
Yeah, it was a great picture. They
Right.
have some guys around Adrian now. If they could get the offensive line going, get the offensive line going. That's the issue.
Reverbing the microphone.
That's the issue, Jake. Now, Chris says you got to get the running game going. That's get the offensive line going. Now, it helps to have Austin Allen. Sorry about that. It helps to have – you got to play Take It Easy.
No, I'm concerned though, but the microphone's reverbing.
You have
got some reverb going here.
it does help. I think the running game, Chris, will be helped by how Jake. I don't know if you noticed, they were going 2 tight end sets about 50% of the time.
Well, it worked.
Vokalek and
To a certain extent.
Vokalek and Allen being healthy, man. You just go, Jake. I'm gonna tell you something now. You're out there on the field in warmups. You're looking at Nebraska with all those guys back, with Xavier Betts back, with Omar Manning back, with Vokalek back, with Allen back. You're looking at them and going, that's a pretty good looking team.
However, you then look at the trenches and say, that sucks. That straight up is a problem. You and the kicking game are holding the team back by yourself. Don't you think that's got to fire them up saying, hey, we're this close to being good and we're the problem. We are the issue. If we can just resolve our problems, and maybe it's on Greg Austin to put somebody else in there, or maybe it's to put Greg Austin on alert saying, hey, buddy, your job is not safe here, my friend. Your unit is causing this team problems. Everything else is fine.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I'm
Hey,
not,
listen,
I'm not
I'm
disagreeing with you.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm in here to
Right.
win football games and,
Right.
and find ways to fix problems.
I hear you.
And that
Right.
is the
I
problem.
hear you. Yeah, it's dragging them back. I can't disagree.
I don't know what
I
mean,
tweeted it. I can't.
you can't just get a new coach mid-season, but I'm telling you, man,
But you got
I
it.
hope those guys realize it is us that is causing this offense the problems.
And Chris talked about Michigan State. Jake, you know where Michigan State's really good? Up front on defense. You're going on the road now with a pretty good team. Nebraska, I'm telling you, they're pretty good now. I mean, that can be a takeaway. I'm not saying they're a top 15 team, but with a good offensive line, I mean, you're in business. And you get that kicking game squared away. You're in business. I think Culp will come around.
I don't know.
I know. Well, I appreciate.
I don't
that.
know if you can say that. I seriously
Right.
don't. I do not have that confidence.
Well, I appreciate that you saying that. And you know me, I'm kind of lenient with that sort of thing.
I'm telling you, when a kicker has the yips, they don't go away.
get
That's
it.
a mental thing.
I
And when you can be great in practice, but when the crowd's out there and you've got all these bodies coming at you as a kicker, it's not that way.
It doesn't look. I mean,
telling you.
I mean, Frost benched him. I mean, Frost put him on the bench
And then
because he didn't like his reaction
and the-
after the missed 35-yard.
What? Yeah,
Didn't like-
Adrian didn't like that either.
No, Frost didn't like his
I
reaction.
understand, but I love Adrian's reaction.
Oh, God,
Come
it
on,
just-
man, we can't have
Right.
these. We can't be giving away
You
points.
saw his reaction on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, Joel Klatt. I know you didn't watch the game on TV. You were
No,
there.
right.
Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt were very proud of Nebraska for how they were impressed with their fight, but they all game long were just saying this offensive line needs a ton of work.
Yeah.
It's whole. They
Were
said
they saying that on the broadcast?
they basically said this unit's holding this team back.
I think it is.
They said that.
It's dragging them back.
And then the kicking game, same thing. They're like, guys, this can't happen. You can't
Nebraska's-
have this problem.
Let's just stop and take a breath and realize Nebraska's defense is pretty good. When they have that complement of skill position players and tight ends, they're pretty good. That's a pretty good team. And I'm now, okay, it's a good team. Now they're still, though, devoid of that first round, second round talent. Like, what if you put I think Dirk Chatlin of the World Herald tweeted this. He's right. If you put a elite pass rusher on that defense, hello. I mean, that's now you're going to now you're going from pretty good defense to a hello defense.
Yeah, if
you put Randy Gregory on that, if you put Randy Gregory on that defense, now that's a big if. But again, Oklahoma prevails in the end. They're not great, but they have probably a first round quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It's a weak quarterback.
Stay
class.
away, Dolphins. Don't draft that guy.
I don't think it's a great quarterback class, but he's projected it. Jake, some project him as the first pick overall.
Well, that's a horrendous draft if that's the case.
I agree with
you. If that guy is first overall, then that team's going to have some problems.
Now, they're not loaded, though. I mean, they probably then, after Rattler, they probably have a couple second rounders. Pelfion Winfrey.
Perion Winfrey.
Is it Perion?
Yeah.
Not Pelfion.
Perion Winfrey.
Perion Winfrey. Probably Perion Winfrey. Second round.
He had an okay game. Half a sack.
Yeah.
Tackles.
Yeah. Isaiah Thomas. Probably second round type talent is what I heard from the Oklahoma people. Didn't do much.
Tackle,
yeah, didn't do much. Yeah. They're not loaded down. That's not a loaded up Oklahoma team. A first rounder and a couple second rounders probably is what you're looking at.
Yeah. Well, again,
but Nebraska, you can't say they have a first rounder and a couple second rounders.
No, but I'll say this again. I will not be critical of him at all. He was fantastic. Martinez, 19 to 25 in this game.
Oh, he was excellent.
And here's the thing, regarding the O-line, once again, Adrian avoids about 6 sacks and still took 5. There could have been 11 sacks in that game by the Oklahoma defense.
He was pressured way too often.
I don't know if I have pressure.
Oh, let's just get down to it. Okay. Last drive, max protect 7 and 3 hit him.
Yep.
First play, they're going to take a shot.
They had no chance.
Okay, I'm going to break it down for you, Jake. First play, Frost going to take a shot. Max protects 7 protecting, 3 guys hit him.
That can't happen.
It's almost inconceivable.
There's something wrong here.
Right.
That's not something that should ever happen. You got max protect. You don't get hit by 3 guys.
There was at least one time where Oklahoma rushed 3 and got to him. I mean, come on. This is a shaky run blocking offensive line, but a bad pass blocking offensive line. Okay. Shaky run blocking, bad pass pro.
Yeah. Well, this is the takeaway. We've argued about this for a couple years now, Sip, and maybe you can give this as credit to the coaching staff for this game, but I would say this. Did you notice in that game a massive talent difference between Nebraska and Oklahoma?
No. Not really. I mean,
I didn't see it.
You got to be careful with that discussion because is like Georgia Tech saying that about Clemson?
Clemson saying looks pretty pedestrian right now?
Right. Are Georgia Tech writers going, hey, I think we're as talented as Clemson? It was 14-8. You know,
I'd say this year
is Tulsa saying? Are the Tulsa writers today saying, hey, man, we pushed Ohio State into the fourth quarter. We're every bit as talented as them. Right?
Probably not.
No, probably not. I mean, is Montana saying, hey, we got all the talent that Washington has? So I get what you're saying.
Washington.
I get what you're saying, but you don't want to push that conversation too far.
But
Nebraska, I just said, I think Nebraska's good. And if they had the line, if they had the offensive line, I think they're 8 or 9 win team.
Well,
but that's a big freaking if now.
Here's the problem: is that this team is pretty good overall, but in the Big Ten, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a lot of close games, so you have to have a good offensive line, and you have to have a kicker that can make kicks.
Come on, our anger's boiling over. We need to play. Take it easy. Just do it.
I'll play delayed. Take it easy here for it.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy.
It's a field goal. Extra point. It's not working. It's not working. I'm getting more upset.
Better take a call. Better take
All right,
the
let's
call.
take a call before we get to
Better
break.
take a call.
Vince in Napa, California.
Vince.
Good morning, Vince. How are we doing today? You're on
Vince.
early break.
I'm doing pretty well. Sounds like I'm rubbing off with you guys on that Thursday call of bloody knuckles.
Yes. Hi, Vince. Good morning.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
But first of all, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if you told any one of us,
Okay.
all right, Nebraska's going to lose by 7, but they're going to have a chance to tie it on the last possession.
Uh-huh.
Given how some games have turned into ugly blowouts, we probably would have said, okay, where do I sign my name? But then you play it back in real time and you're saying to yourself, my Lord, that game was there for the taking. So, I mean, all that being said, I want to be encouraged, and in some ways I am, but I'm with you guys, though. None of this moral victory nonsense.
No,
So that's for the birds. That's as in for the birds to defecate on.
Yeah,
But I
wow.
digress.
Oh, well, hello.
But again, to your point, Jake, the damn kicking game. I mean, only at Nebraska can we turn a touchdown into a net 4 points.
This is so sad.
God, good Lord. It's like we can't even enjoy the touchdown for crying in the state. I mean, good, my Lord. I mean, Jesus,
It's a good way to
Harriet
look at it.
Joseph,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
And it's like, and again, I mean, as far as the defense is concerned, I'm with you. They did everything they could to put the team in a position to win.
Yep.
One area, though, where I do differ with you a little bit, Sip,
Okay.
and normally I wouldn't, is that as far as the run defense goes, I mean, normally I'm all about stop the run and, and then make them one-dimensional. But with Oklahoma, I think you almost had to take a different approach.
Okay.
Because you kind of had to concede something.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to not give up big plays.
Right.
And what we were doing defensively, rushing 4 and off and dropping 7,
Okay.
well, in a way, we were kind of conceding, okay, we'll give them a 5-yard run. We'll give them a 7-yard pass, but we ain't giving up a 47-yard pass.
Right. I
And
get it. That's a good point.
offensive. So I'm not terribly upset about the run defense. But as far as the offense, I think here's what it comes down to, and this should be more apparent now, and I've kind of always felt this way. I think Nebraska has failed Adrian Martinez more than he has failed us. He's not the problem. He's not a damn turnover machine. I mean, the Illinois turnover I had an issue with. The one that he made on Saturday,
Oh, come on.
I didn't have a problem with.
No.
It's fourth
That helped
and-
Nebraska
fourth
out,
and
actually.
whatever.
Yeah.
He has to make a play. So, and I'm convinced that without Adrian Martinez, we're 0-4. You know, we're okay. You might win the
0-4.
Fordham game
Yeah.
without him.
1 and 3, maybe.
But
2-2.
right, we're 1-3. But without him, most importantly, I mean, we'd have at least 15 more sacks given up. And as far as the run game goes, there was actually a period of time, about in the third quarter or so, when Nebraska was staying patient with the run game, and they were actually getting productive yards. So, but again, to your point, I mean, that's where the O-line and the kicking game have to be put on note, or continue to be put on notice.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the call, Vince. Appreciate that. I mean, there's so many places we can go.
Thank you,
with
Vinny.
this conversation, and there's a lot of things that are frustrating. There's a lot of things that are great, but the thing is, it's incredible that we can have these frustrations in a 7-point loss to Oklahoma.
They're conflicted. Yeah, people are
Because-
conflicted.
And everyone's,
I'm hearing confliction.
Nebraska's 2-2, and I'm not sure what team they are. Are they the team that lost by 7 to Oklahoma, or the team that was down by 21 points to Illinois at one point?
Right.
I mean, that's they've been, but that's what they've been.
Openers
That's what they have been. though.
Openers are notoriously hard to read.
This has been a roller coaster team for a while now.
Openers are notoriously close, are notoriously hard to read.
We gotta get to break, Derek. If you're on the line, hang on.
Hold on,
I'm
Derek.
way behind time. But if you hang on to the break, we'll get you after the commercials. That's up next. Early break in the ticket.
All the fall favorites are back at Bagels & Joe. Try their caramel apple cream cheese on any of their bagels, or pick up some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins or pumpkin spice lattes for the office. And don't forget their delicious breakfast sandwiches and burritos. Bagels & Joe with 4 Lincoln locations.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Experiencing increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com. New owners means new lunch specials at the Fox Bar and Grill. They've just introduced tons of options on their new under $10 lunch menu. Small nachos grande, a classic cheeseburger, 4 boneless or traditional wings and fries, or a small single topping pizza for just $5 each. Try the mushroom Swiss burger or the pepper jack stack burger for just $6. And for just $7, try any of the classic steak Philly, club wrap, grilled chicken salad, or grilled southwestern salad. It's the under $10 lunch menu at the Fox Bar and Grill, just south of 14th and Pine Lake.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Get into T.O. Haas Tire and get your vehicle set for any road with the all-new BF Goodrich Trail Terrain TA tire. And get ready to save, because right now you can get $70 back after online submission when you buy a set of 4. Or get $50 back with the purchase of any other set of 4 BF Goodrich passenger or light truck tires. See redemption instructions at TOHaasTire.com. Offer expires October 4th, 2021. Void where prohibited.
T.O. Haas, Tire and Auto, a tradition of trust.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Simple, you are an idiot.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you for all your calls. Keep them coming at 464-5685. Planning to get off our chests about Nebraska, Oklahoma, and what's to come. Michigan State, East Lansing on Saturday. The Spartans are number 20 right now in the nation. 3-0 start after a not surprising Zip, a win, but a resounding win at Miami, 38-17.
38-17. They were +4 in the turnovers. Kenneth Walker ran 27 times for 172 yards. They're, again, +4 in the turnover category. Kenneth Walker, by the way, averaging 8.6 yards per carry.
Say that again.
8.6 yards per carry. This season.
I know it's early, very early, but I saw Dennis Dodd was putting out his Heisman list right now. Mm-hmm. He's got Kenneth Walker number 2.
Hello.
Behind Ole Miss's Matt Corral.
Is that right?
Or if I don't know if it's Coral. I don't watch the games. I don't know if it's Coral or Corral.
Yeah, you're fine. Behind the Ole Miss starting quarterback.
Yeah, he's the. Yeah, there we go.
Do you want to get to a caller?
We got a call. Derek, you are on early break. Go ahead, man.
Hey guys, great show as usual. I'm going to take you back into history, into time a little bit. Both of you guys, when you were. Well, actually, Sip, when you pulled Jake along with the let's guess what record we're going to have at the end of the year, I remember both of you thought that Michigan State was going to be a win pretty convincingly.
We were hesitant.
I also remember
I don't know if no, hold
9
on, Derek.
wins, maybe 8, and the other said 7 or 8. But anyway, I digress.
Mm-hmm.
My observation of the game Saturday is that there's no way in hell Oklahoma's the number 3 ranked team in the country, guys. That's just the first thing.
I get that.
And Rattler's not a Heisman candidate, but that's a different issue.
Okay.
I saw some good things on the defense. My goodness, they continue to improve each week.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. I feel a lot better when they're out there now as opposed to a year or two ago. Ramir looked pretty darn good. He ran tough. I didn't see where the double tight end set really helped us a whole lot, because I think if you go back and look at some of those plays, they weren't very productive, but at least it's there. You're right. So we're overcoming injuries. I have a question and a concern about a coaching decision late in the second quarter.
Okay.
30 seconds left. They run a play. They are Oklahoma. They're up 7-3, and they have one timeout left. Nebraska's sitting on 2 timeouts. They're on about the 30 or 40 of their own yard line, and they run the play, and Scott Frost calls a timeout with 23 seconds left
in the half.
What the hell is that? I'm sorry. That's a bad coaching decision. You're not going to get the ball back. You're just going to, basically, he gave them an extra timeout. I'm sorry, folks, but he got out-coached in that quarter for sure, and it's very unusual when he doesn't get out-coached in any of the games that we played, and that's my concern right now. It's like, when is he going to clean that stuff up? That's high school stuff. Am I wrong?
Oh, I'd have
Thanks for the call,
Yeah,
Terry.
thank you. I don't know that you're. I don't know. What's your take?
I'm
on
a little
that?
confused.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why that's a big problem.
I'm trying to understand exactly what he's talking about. Was it the first half he's talking about? The
Yeah,
second?
I think so. There were bigger issues.
Yeah, this
than
one
the-
is
than that. I
bigger
thought
issues than
the
that.
drive late in the game where they were misaligned and Adrian and they needed a score, and Adrian just called for the snap and basically ran into the line, because they had the wrong alignment.
Oh, God.
There was confusion.
Well, I was watching. I said, "What was that?" I just said, "What the heck was that?"
It was because they weren't aligned right, and Adrian, clock's
Just
running
fall
down.
forward for a yard.
Yeah, clock's running down. Adrian didn't want to burn a timeout because he had just burned one not long ago, and just took the snap and went into the middle of the line, just killed the play basically. Yeah.
I was confused, but now I didn't know it was misalignment at that.
Yeah, it was misalignment.
I said that was a weird play.
Yeah, it was a broken.
Okay,
it was
thank
broken.
you. Thank you for clearing
it was
that
a
up for
messed
me.
up situation.
They didn't know that on the broadcast.
Okay, as far as the Big Ten goes.
All right, here's what you got.
Okay.
There was some impressive things and some not impressive things this week in the Big Ten.
What was most impressive to you? Was it
Michigan
Minnesota?
State?
Oh yeah, okay.
Michigan State routing Miami on the road by 21 points was number one impressive to me. Okay, number two is Minnesota blasting Colorado, who had just lost by 3 points at home to A&M the previous week.
Okay, let's make it very clear right now. Okay, Minnesota played Colorado much tougher than A&M did.
Yeah, A&M beat them 10-7.
And yeah, A&M, if I'm not mistaken, is number 7 in the country.
I think so.
Top 10 team. Minnesota held Colorado on its home field to 62 yards of offense.
Hello.
62.
And
I'm going to repeat that.
Negative 19 rushing.
Yeah. Minnesota held Colorado to 62 total yards on its home field. Hello. I mean, what's the deal with PJ Fleck? He's getting it done.
Well, he
at a super high level.
He doesn't care what people say about him because he just gets it done. Call me a salesman all you want. Call me whatever you want. I win football games. I deliver a tough team. We win games.
He's on the second tier of coaches that USC should be looking at. Kalani Sitake, by the way, I don't know. You laughed at me when I said Kalani Sitake. You better check what BYU's done this year.
I'm not laughing. I just think
they've beaten Utah and Arizona State now this year.
I would just be surprised if he's their guy. That's what I'm saying.
I got it.
He's a fine coach.
Right.
I'd be surprised.
I'm putting him on the second tier.
If
second tier.
If there's a conversation where Chris Peterson's involved, I think the majority of that fan base say we want that guy, not Sitake.
Oh, that's why I put him on.
Or James Franklin,
or PJ Fleck,
who by the way had a great win. Also, James Franklin beats Auburn.
Yeah,
for Penn State.
Right at home had 2 stands. They needed 2 stands late. Penn State, right?
They got them.
2 stands. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great win. It's a great win.
Okay, so there's 3 impressive ones. Okay, Minnesota, Penn State, and Michigan State. And Michigan looked good again. 63-10 winners over Northern Illinois.
Right.
Now, on the other side, who looked bad? Number 1, Northwestern. You lost to Duke. You suck. Hunter Johnson got replaced early. That other guy looked competent. So I'm think we've seen the last of Hunter Johnson.
I wish we could revisit our summer conversation, but I'm not going to do that to you.
I never liked Hunter Johnson.
Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I like Pat Fitzgerald. He's starting the wrong quarterback. It's the third string guys who had the effect in that game. Helinski wasn't even good. It wasn't Johnson. It was the third guy.
So Northwestern's back to. Yeah,
They might have the right quarterback now. That was the thing. Okay, they're the number one loser. Number two, they won the football game. Ohio State's got problems. Ohio State, if you're Jim Harbaugh, you're thinking, this is the year. We're going to beat those turds. We're going to get it done. Michigan looks like steamrollers right now. Ohio State, it looks like a bunch of clunkers out there. What was that? I'm telling you, I told you week 1 against Minnesota. CJ Stroud is not it. He's not it. They have too much talent to have that bad of an offense right now. Defense is subpar. The offense looks like crap. Frankly, looks like crap.
Yeah, the defense is the issue at Ohio State.
Their offense wasn't very good also.
Travion Henderson ran for 272 yards.
Okay, their passing game's bad. That's known as it should be a passing school. Sip, they've got all those receivers. They've got first-round talent everywhere.
Travion Henderson ran for 272. Okay.
Well, I was just saying.
Maybe 275.
CJ Stroud.
Maybe 275.
Isn't impressing
not.
anybody there.
Stroud's not. I think the defense is the issue at Ohio State. The defense is the issue. Kerry Coombs is in trouble. And Ryan Day's got to figure it out. I mean, he's got a lot of pressure on him. But you know what he has, Jake? You know what Ohio State has now? Holy God, do they got a cake of a schedule. Oh, they can definitely get their footing. They play Akron. Look at their next 5, though. God, it's incredible how easy their next 5 are. It's incredible.
I don't have it pulled up.
Yeah, I wish you could. They got 3 of them are Akron, Rutgers, Maryland. That's 3 of them, but the next 5 are very, very, very soft, manageable games.
So Ohio State does pull away to win. Yeah, it was tight for a while, 41-20. So
well, was it in the fourth quarter? It was tight.
Right. That's why, again, they won by 21, but still, that's a lot. It's deceiving. It was a close game.
Yeah. Tulsa was Tulsa was 0-2 going in.
Another loser before we get to break. We have a phone call. This might be somebody that I want to talk to. Possibly.
Maybe not, though.
Indiana, Michael Penix Jr. Had 3 more picks again Saturday. He's got, 6 in the season now or more?
Did I guarantee? What did I guarantee? I guaranteed
don't know
an easy Cincinnati win.
Well, it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, though. That's the thing.
They still won by 4.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, and they still won by 14.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. is not right.
The balloon burst pretty quickly on Indiana.
They're 1-2.
Yeah. Let's try it. I don't think you got anything to worry about.
Who's our caller? If you can hear us, you're on early break. Go ahead. Nobody's there.
Oh.
All right, who do we have here? You're on early break. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Skittles. How you guys doing today?
Skittles, what's going on?
Skittles, is this really Skittles?
This is Skittles. I haven't been on in a long time. I've been driving all over the country.
Okay,
good
Skittles.
to have you back.
Well, what do you have some thoughts?
Well, guys, I came into this game last week, and I actually did think we were going to win. Not because of stats or anything else.
Okay.
But when I drive truck, I have this little Husker plush that I used to put in the truck on Saturdays.
Okay.
All right.
And
plush.
It disappeared right around when we started turning that corner and started going downhill. And last week, dispatch found it for me. And all of a sudden, now we start having a competent defense.
Whoa.
And Adrian Martinez is throwing well. And so I think we're going to turn a corner now.
All right. I like it. Thanks for the call, Skittles. Long time no hear from him.
Kaz. Yeah, thank you, Skittles. That's interesting.
Good luck charm. The plush toy.
What is a plush
It's
toy?
like a plush Husker. It's like how do you describe it? Like a kid's toy, basically.
Okay. So the plush toy was found.
How do you describe a plush toy?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I know what it is. I'm trying to just explain it though.
Kaz, who's been all over us. Kaz, our friend Kaz, Rick Kaczynski. He says Kerry Coombs didn't call the defense Saturday.
I'm hearing that on the text line as well.
Okay.
Who did then?
I don't know. 270 on the ground by one running back. Maybe you and Jake should read a newspaper. Well, I said Travion
had a
Henderson.
good fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I said Travion Henderson.
It was tight in the fourth quarter against Tulsa. It was 0-2 going in.
Right. But he said Kerry Coombs didn't call the defense, and I didn't know that. I will allow that I did not know that.
Gotcha.
I acknowledge that.
All right.
But Kaz, they have defensive problems. I don't care who called the defense. They have defensive problems.
That's true. All right. Song of the day, Sip next. Also, NFL Week 2 winners and losers, and there is a very obvious loser that'll be painful for me to say. It's up next on Early Break on the Ticket. Last thing before break, guys. Hey, I've been telling you for a long time about my friends at Craft Axe Throwing. Well, they've got some special things for the fall, including College Day on September 1st. They're relaunching College Night for the new year. That's $15 an hour with a valid college ID every Wednesday, plus National Girls Night September 22nd, and Glow Throw coming up. That's a date, too, to be determined still in September, but probably in the middle of the month. We'll give you updates as that comes along. Don't forget, league starting September 14th. Signups are live on the website at craftaxethrowing.com. And also, a chance to be on ESPN. They've got around 10 people within the company who will be throwing for the World Championships coming up in September. Again, it's all at Craft Axe Throwing. Make sure to always call to rent a lane at 402-802-9696 or go online to craftaxethrowing.com. That's all at Craft Axe Throwing. New specials for the fall at 18th and N in Lincoln.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and joining me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Charlie.
Andy, when people drive by your lot, they don't see as many new Hondas as normal, but I'm told you have hundreds on the way.
We sure do, Charlie. We have more than 500 to choose from that are either here or on the way. Most of them are inbound.
Do you still have that great financing, Andy?
We do, as low as 0% APR financing on select new Honda.
What about used cars and trucks?
Well, right now we have more than 120 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, in just about any make or model. And we have over 50 certified pre-owned Hondas to choose from.
Andy, that is really great news for your customers. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Need a better job? Looking for a career? Gaina Trucking and Excavating is what you're looking for. They are a rapidly growing company looking for a heavy mechanic. Gaina Trucking and Excavating offers a team culture with lots of benefits, including 401k, health, annual raises, paid vacation, holidays, and much more. It's a great career opportunity. Want to love what you do? Join the Gaina Trucking team. Apply online at www.gainatrucking.com. That's www.gainatrucking.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is an equal opportunity employer.
Now that Ken Richards has purchased Brokers Agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Brokers Insurance Agency name. Brokers Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsuranceNE.com.
Wakey, wakey, no breakfast at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey, no breakfast at Casey's. Do, 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 do.
Wakey, wakey, breakfast, Casey's.
Casey's new breakfast, featuring delicious handmade sandwiches like this signature handheld made with our fresh made-from-scratch dough. Buy any hot breakfast item and get a coffee for just $1. Casey's, here for good.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Run and tell all of the angels, this could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right. Hook me up a new revolution, 'cause this one is a lie. Sat around laughing and watched the last one die. I'm looking to the sky to save me. Looking for a sign of life. Looking for something to help me burn out bright. I'm looking for complication. Looking 'cause I'm tired of life. Make my way back home and learn to fly.
Song of the day, Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. 464-56851. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Think of kindness and patience. You couldn't wait one night. Give it all away if you give me one last try. We live happily ever trapped in.
Once again, your Song of the Day, Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. 464-56851. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Excellent choice. Not particularly creative, as you would probably acknowledge. I'll give that. Harrison's not here. Harrison's not.
Sad. I need a producer today. I got a lot of phone calls coming in.
Harrison.
Mondays are days you need a producer.
Can we do this
more.
though? Can we still predict what Harrison would give it?
Yeah, but you're grade first. Your
Okay.
grade first,
Yeah,
then we'll give
yeah.
Harrison's grade.
Excellent song. Low creativity. 7.5.
I'll take it.
Yeah, take a.
Harrison would have given that probably.
What would he
I don't
give
think
it?
he hates that song.
What would Harrison give that?
I think probably right in the middle, 5.2.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
5.0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he would have given.
Harrison, wake up!
I need.
Where are you?
Producers are so important on Mondays more than any other day, but it's
Harrison.
okay.
Harrison's been so reliable.
He has been.
Harry. Maybe just my guess is he's snoozing right now.
Someone says that is the best song I've ever played on Song of the Day.
Well,
10.
Okay.
That guy in Ceresco is his name.
Hello, Ceresco.
7.5, 6.8, 7, 10, 6.3, 8, 6, 8.0. You got a guess on John in Des Moines.
John likes the song.
Overrated song and band, he says. 4. John, it's a bad take.
John, what is up with that?
It's a great song. It's a great band, number
John,
one.
why
The Foo
would you
Fighters
say
are great.
that?
Now, their later stuff hasn't been awesome, but they've had a great catalog.
John, yeah, why would you say the Foo Fighters are overrated? I mean, they're rated.
Yep. They're good.
High.
They're good.
For a reason.
Okay, is it time? Is it time to do our...
God, is it time?
It is time.
Get the music going.
It is
Let's
time.
do it.
NFL Week 2, Jake's winners and losers. Fire it up. We'll start with the winners. Sip. The number one winner was actually last night on Sunday Night Football. They came from behind. They're trying to avoid an 0-2 start, and they did. The Baltimore Ravens, despite an early pick 6 by Lamar Jackson, he thought, this is going to be a bad game. They win 36-35 over the high-powered Chiefs offense in Baltimore.
Ooh.
Number one winner of the week, easily.
Win.
The Ravens,
Yeah.
trying to avoid 0-2 start, and they did it, coming
Great.
from behind early on.
Great
held on
win.
late.
Great win.
Number 2 winner, the Carolina Panthers, Sip, are 2-0. They have looked good in their first 2 games. They beat the Jets week 1, and they handled the Saints, who, by the way, remember, the Saints killed the Packers last week, 38-3. They won 26-7 over the Saints.
Oh, wow.
Alvin Kamara did nothing. Jameis Winston did nothing. The Panthers' defense was good. The offense was good enough. Joe Brady, watch out, could be an NFL head coach some point in the near future.
Okay. Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, number 2-0.
All right.
Number 3, the Las Vegas Raiders. They had a miracle win last week against the Ravens. They win, and then on Sunday, they handled the Steelers. They win by 9 points, 26-17 over the aging Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even because of Darren Waller. They had 20 targets to Waller against the Ravens. Yesterday, it was just a very team effort. And Derek Carr's looked very, very, very good through 2 weeks.
I mean, that's a Steelers team coming off a win at Buffalo.
That's right.
Wow. Okay, Raiders for real. Go ahead.
2-0. And they play Miami Dolphins this upcoming
3-0.
week. Easy. Number 4, Tom Brady, the ageless wonder, sipped 5 more touchdown passes. He's got 9 touchdowns, 2 picks through 2 games, on pace for 76 touchdowns right now. I repeat, he's on pace for 76 touchdown passes on this season. The Bucks pull away to win 48-25 over the Falcons.
They put 48 on the Falcons
with 2 pick sixes to end that game. Also,
man.
But okay, number 5 winner. The Tennessee Titans were trying to avoid an 0-2 start. They did not look good for a while on the road in Seattle, but they pull away, win in overtime. 33-30 winners over Russell Wilson. Entertaining game. Great result for the Titans. Derrick Henry, after a slow first half, ends up with 178 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in this ball game.
Big horse got loose.
The big horse got loose. The number 1 loser, by far, no questions asked this week in the NFL, is my sorry-ass Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, here's the thing. The Dolphins are trying to show that they belong in the AFC East. They could be a contender for the Super Bowl, which, again, is early. And the Bills are there. Again, Jay Foreman's Bills are the Dolphins' nemesis. The last game they played against them to end the season last year, they were trying to win that game. They're in the playoffs. They lose by 30, 56-26. Yesterday, it was worse. In Miami, against the 0-1 Bills, the Dolphins lose Tua Tagovailoa early on in the game to rib injury, and they lose the game 35-0. Here's the sad part. They were in Bills territory all game long. Fumbles, interceptions, stupid 4th down attempts, horrendous game calling by Brian Flores. I'm calling him out in this game. I love Brian Flores. Bad all the way around. They could have had 14, 17 points. They would have lost the game. Yeah. Defense was not bad. 35 points looks bad. Defense was not bad in that game. It was just giving them short fields and stupidity.
Yeah.
Just a horrendous look.
All right.
I'm going to lower the music for this one because I got to play this one.
Okay, lower the music.
Do you remember, Sip, in 2003, the Vikings-Cardinals game that ended up in the...
Oh, I know what you're going to do. You're going to play the call at the end of this game. It was hilarious.
All right.
It was hilarious.
If you guys remember from 2003, this is from 03 first. How about that? Which should I play first?
Play 03 first, then play this one.
This is the Vikings' Paul Allen on the call against the Cardinals, who they played again yesterday. This is the 03 loss for the Vikings to the Cardinals.
We better put some people in the end zone, right, Joe?
That's exactly right.
I mean, there's nobody inside the 10.
Get back,
Here
guys.
it is. The season's on the line. 2 receivers left and right. McCown takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! No! No! The Cardinals have knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs.
Okay, so that's from 2003.
All right, this was pretty
Once
rough.
again, the Cardinals played the Vikings, still with Paul Allen on the call yesterday, Sip. I listened to this live on my radio driving home from Iowa yesterday.
Did you seriously?
And I was dying. Here's the call from yesterday's crippling loss for the Vikings to the Cardinals.
High snap, put down. Joseph, come on! It is gone! No, he missed it. Are you kidding me? He missed it right. He missed it right. Oh, my kidding me? Oh, my. He missed it right. What a gut punch to a team, Paul, that play after play toward the end fought its way back. Missed it by like a foot.
No, it was not a foot.
Okay.
It was more than a foot.
So, yeah, your loser there.
More than a foot, by the way.
The Vikings' number 2 loser. What a
He
disaster.
missed the call. He missed it by he missed it by 2 feet.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
A
that was rough.
37-yarder straight on, which, by the way, 30 seconds prior to that, Sip, Greg Zuerlein had kicked a 56-yard field goal for the Cowboys to beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
You have that to lose the game.
Yeah.
Number 2. Number 3 loser, NFL officials. This taunting rule sucks. You're killing the game. The Seahawks
What's the problem?
were on pace to win the game. They got a terrible taunting call that hurt them. The Titans took advantage of it, and they went down and scored, tied the game up.
What's the new rule?
They're just over the top on taunting.
Yeah.
Anything close is a taunt.
It's the same in college, by the way.
Don't like it.
It's the same in college.
Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, Caleb Tanner doesn't like it either.
Number 4 loser, Zach Wilson, Sip, at one point had 4 completions and 4 picks against the Patriots. They lose handily 25-6 to New England.
Trent Green at one point in that broadcast said, I don't even know where he was throwing that ball. I don't know
His
who he was
first
looking
2
at.
passes were intercepted. He's
Yeah.
0 for 2 for 2
He
picks.
couldn't explain the pick.
Number 5 loser of the week, the Jacksonville Jaguars, led by Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, had 189 yards of offense in an NFL football game against the Broncos. 23-13 losers to the Broncos. 2 more picks for Trevor Lawrence. The Broncos look good, but the Jaguars, 17 straight losses. 17 straight. 17 straight losses.
Hey, you know who has 9 straight wins?
Who's that?
The Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, well, thanks for that.
They have 9
I try to have an
straight.
NFL segment. You bring
Sorry.
Iowa into it. Thank you, Sip.
That was wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have
That
done
was
that.
mean.
I shouldn't have done that.
All right.
I didn't mean. I don't know. I just was
How
thinking
dare
of
you.
winning
How
streak.
dare you? Top of the hour up next. We'll take more thoughts on Nebraska, Oklahoma. You can call or text 464-5685. More next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Last year, the average starting pay for an SCC truck driver training program graduate was $44,720. Southeast Community College can now make that a reality in only 8 weeks with its professional truck driver training class starting in October. SCC's fleet of 12 trucks and professional instructors will prepare you for a new career. You'll end the course with your Class A CDL. Learn more about SCC's professional truck driver training class at southeast.edu/truckdriver. SCC, your path to possible.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is an equal opportunity employer.
Now that Ken Richards has purchased Brokers Agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Brokers Insurance Agency name. Brokers Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsuranceNE.com. Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. Right now, they have tons of Oktoberfest beers, and you can check out their new Empyrean, New Belgium, and Prost selections as their beers of the month. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage shop at 1801 Oak Street. Deck City is Lincoln's DIY deck headquarters. With real deck professionals, they can help you throughout the entire process. They also offer financing for qualified customers. Deck City offers the best quality materials so you have a deck built to last. There's everything from yellowwood lumber to the best quality TimberTech composites on the market and high-quality aluminum railings by Westbury or Diamond Piers for easy footing install. For those looking to bring your wood deck back to life, they offer good-proof, ready seal stain. Deck City, your deck material headquarters, is now open Saturdays from 9 to 1, 2 blocks north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings. Producing the highest quality food on earth, Nutrien Ag Solutions Ashland facility remembers the people who are there for our safety on a full or part-time basis. Let's thank all career and volunteer first responders for your courage in times of crisis. Nutrien Ag Solutions is proud to be teaming up with the finest area farmers to bring safe, nutritious food to market. Fertilizer, soil, and crop concerns, and more. 402-944-2436. Nutrien Ag Solutions in Ashland thanks our military and first responders in the month of September.
One host has a red beard and thinning hair. The other also has a red beard and thinning hair. One host got married over the summer. So did the other one. One is a diehard fan of a sub-500 AL Central baseball team. So is the other. Can these two radio hosts do a show together without getting confused as to their own identity? The same couple. Happer and Schaefer. Weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And the Lincoln Journal-Star's Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Fun show so far. You got the podcast at theticketfm.com. Just always love doing our NFL winners and losers from week 2. My Dolphins were the biggest loser. I told you during the break, though, that if I told you the Dolphins' offensive line was worse than Nebraska's, how would you respond? You just laughed. I said, that's the proper response. You cringed and laughed at the same time.
Good luck with that.
The first drive, the Bills sacked the Dolphins twice, and that was it. Game was over after that. Yep, bad offensive line. All these draft picks, all this money, all these things to have ways to have success, and you still have the worst offensive line.
Yeah, and hey, by the way, I do sort of apologize for what I did on that last segment when I don't know why I brought Iowa into your NFL discussion.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I don't know why.
I had a texter.
Go ahead.
Texter said this to me. Let's see, where'd it go?
What?
Claytonia John said, geez, Sip, I just got in my car. Way to ruin my day with that Iowa tape.
Now, listen, Iowa has won 9 straight. But Jake, they've won 9 straight. They're obviously off to a 3-0 start. We didn't mention them in the Big Ten.
They weren't that impressive.
They beat Kent State 30-7. Kent State's not that bad, by the way.
Kent State was going in for a touchdown to make it a 2-point game and fumbled at the goal line. It would have been 16-14.
Iowa won 30-7. They've won 9 straight, and they play Colorado State this week. I was about to win.
Make it 10 straight. Colorado State's
They're
horrible.
about to win 10. Now, did I hear right? Wisconsin is just 4-6 in their last 10. Could that be right?
Who they play Saturday?
God, I shouldn't have brought that
play
up.
on Saturday or what?
They were idle on Saturday.
Idle.
Yeah. Idle. That's a word. Idle.
Are they 4-6?
In their last 10. Somebody said that the other day. And I was like, wait a second, really? Well, we'll look that up at the break.
Will.
How about that? Because we got to get into this topic.
Yes, 4-6-4-5.
Somebody look. Hey, somebody, one of our texters, maybe look that up. Is Wisconsin really just 4-6 in their last 10?
I could probably find it during the segment.
Okay, let's talk about the defense.
402-464-5685. Call or text as always. Okay, so we watched this game against Oklahoma. We said last week if Nebraska is going to win this football game, the defense has to hold Oklahoma to around 35 points or so, right?
We were wrong. By the way, we were wrong. We got to acknowledge that. We said Nebraska's going to have to score 35, 38, 40 points to win. Nope.
The defense themselves gave up 21. The team gave up 23 points because the 2-point stupid return an extra point. Just idiocy there.
Vinny had a good line, by the way. Thank you, Vinny. We said we can't even enjoy a touchdown.
We had a 4-point touchdown on Saturday. Nebraska had a 4-point
not funny.
touchdown.
That's not funny. I just laughed to keep from crying. God, I was speechless. In the press box. That was one of those
speechless. I was yelling.
Wasn't that one of those moments where you're like, is this really happening right now?
Then you realize it's Nebraska. It's happening. Whatever can happen is going to happen.
Going.
Okay, so my question is this. Are we at the point where we can officially say that Nebraska's defense can and should keep them in pretty much all Big Ten games?
What do you think?
I feel pretty good about them. Now, again, it's hard to say. They've avoided injuries so far, knock on wood, for the most part. If they keep the unit the way they are healthy, then I think the answer is they should keep them in games. Now, I've got some questions about the run defense. Has not been exceptional so far. We thought it'd be really good. It has been average.
They've given up the 2 FBS teams that they've played.
3.
Excuse me. 2 Power 5 teams. Excuse me. 2 Power 5 teams, Jacob, average 180.5 yards rushing. Illinois and Oklahoma.
Yes, and Iowa wants to run the football, and Wisconsin runs the football.
2 Power 5, not FBS.
You
2
just
Power
mentioned
5.
Ohio State runs the football with TreVeyon Henderson.
Right. So the 2 Power 5 teams have combined to average 180 rushing yards against you.
I just feel like, again, when you give up 21 points to an offense like Oklahoma, I know it's a different conference, it's a different style than what you see in the Big Ten. You feel like Nebraska should be able to compete in every game.
Okay, so you asked the question.
The defense
and you
should hold
answer,
them to
and
it.
you think, see, the question is, are we at a point where we can officially say Nebraska's defense can or should keep them in every Big Ten game? I'm leaning toward yes on that. I like it. I like what I see. It's like you said, I mean, it's not that those rushing totals against Power 5 teams are obvious concern, but this is a team that Jake, you would just, let's check some boxes. You'd say they rally hard to the ball, right?
They do.
They do. Jake, they're physical. I mean, they come to play. Okay. They have some dudes. I mean, there's no doubt about it. When I think about, I don't know, I'm interested to hear what you say. When I think about the dudes on this defense, I think first of JoJo Domann and Luke Reimer.
Those guys have been dudes.
Yeah, they're dudes.
Yeah, they are dudes. Joe Domann had, what, 12, 13
He had
tackles?
12 tackles. He had 12 tackles against Oklahoma.
Yep. Reimer had 7.
And then I would say I'd put Deontay Williams in that category too. Deontay Williams is off to a really good start. He had 9 tackles, and he's been excellent. I'd say excellent. Would you say he's been excellent in coverage?
I
I'd
think
say
he's been pretty dang good.
Yeah.
He's got a couple picks already.
I mean, I hate to single guys out because there's a lot of good players on this defense. There's a lot of good players. And what I like is the fight. I said that. Remember what I said last week when I rewatched the Buffalo game? I was inspired by the effort on defense, not inspired by the level of play necessarily, but the fight. They're
Jake, fighting.
They come for a fist fight.
I mean, they fought against Oklahoma. That
they
big
absolutely
the
did.
shovel pass that they stopped to give Nebraska the ball back with a chance.
Still
great play.
Still
he mauled that guy.
Yeah, still
it's a good play call.
Ben
And they
Stille's
stuffed
playing
that
well.
thing.
Ben Stille's playing pretty well. They have some guys that are playing well. I mean, I start that conversation with Reimer, Luke Reimer, who had 7 more tackles after having 16 last week. Reimer, look at Reimer on a blitz. I mean, man, he gets to.
He's a bullet, man.
He's a bullet. Exactly. They have a lot of guys that are playing pretty well. So yeah, I mean, now the answer to the question is yes. This is going to be a very interesting season and very, very tension filled because they are going to be in pretty much every game. See, every game's going to be close, Jake. I think this game it's just got tension all over it. I mean, you're in danger of going to Michigan State and falling to 2-3
and 0-2 in conference play.
Yeah, if you win this game, you're probably not going to win it going away, right?
No, I'd be stunned.
Probably not.
Frankly, I'd be stunned.
Now we can't make too many declarative statements right now because we've been wrong on some things. All right. I mean, we were pretty declarative about what we thought was going to happen at Oklahoma, and we were wrong, right? I mean, nobody, but who was
no one
right?
saw them scoring 23 points and winning the football.
Now, I would say that there were some coaches saying, "Sip, Nebraska's going to play with Oklahoma," and I sort of stiff-armed it. But I would, Jake, I am telling you, after 3 series in that game, I was like, Nebraska just got to settle in for a fist fight.
I thought the same. I said, this is going to be a close
settle
game.
in.
7-3 at halftime. Like, wow, that's a big win.
Settle in. This is going to be tight. And they had a chance, Jake. They had, like you say, 7-3. They get the ball and drive down the field.
Should be 7-6. Missed a field goal.
Or 10-7.
Yep.
That's why Adrian reacted the way he did. Adrian said there was 2 what ifs. He was asked, what are your what if moments? Adrian Martinez was asked that after the game. He said that the third quarter drive that ended in nothing because you do, Jake. That's a tone setter. You have a chance to go up 10-7. Parker Gabriel, we're in the press box. Parker turns to me and goes, "Sipple, we have a development here." I was like, "What happened?" What happened? Something happened on Twitter. He goes, "No, Nebraska's about to go ahead of Oklahoma." I was like, "Yeah, we'll see." But that it should have been at least 7-6. Yep. You got into development there, right? Well, instead they misses the damn field goal.
But
and it does. It's hard. And then what happens? Oklahoma goes up 14-3.
Right. And then you think, okay, well, here comes the floodgates. It's going to be, but Nebraska comes right back with a 7 or 9 play, 75-yard drive led by the Martinez touchdown run. And then the freaking, stupid 2-point conversion that got taken back on that mixed extra point. But they bounced back.
Yeah, they did.
That looked like, okay, is this where the dam breaks? Is this where it all falls apart? You get a bad turnover? No, they had a great drive. They scored and said, wow, all right, this is going to be a fourth quarter game.
Yep.
Which it was.
Yeah. So, getting back to the defense, longest Oklahoma play, 23 yards.
You'll take that all day. Sign up for that.
Oklahoma had to, we said this going in, make Oklahoma earn their points. All 3 of Oklahoma's drives were at least 10 plays, which is good. That's good. You couldn't give them easy scores.
No 40-yard bust play, 60-yard missed tackle or bad coverage.
Right.
Oh, they didn't even try many deep shots in the game.
Well, Nebraska holds up in the back end really well.
That's a compliment to Nebraska's defense. Sure, absolutely.
They're pretty good in the back end, Jake. We thought that. They're pretty good in the back end. Now, we're still getting people saying you guys are overblowing the defense. I don't know. I don't think we are. I think they're good enough to hold Nebraska in most every game.
That's an offense. Again, I know Oklahoma doesn't look right like they have in the past, but that offense is still explosive. They can still score a bunch of points, and they just looked average on Saturday because Nebraska made them that way.
Kaz is saying, that Rick Zinsky, who will be with us tomorrow. Kaz, hello, good morning. He's saying, so that's a badge of honor, giving up 10-play drives? I'm like, well, I mean, Oklahoma's Oklahoma.
Yeah, they average 40-plus points a game, right?
Yeah. Last year, they averaged.
You're not going to just stuff those guys.
No. Yeah, you shouldn't.
That's an explosive offense.
Right.
Do you expect to hold them to 7? I know as a defensive coach, you always want to hold them to nothing, but that's not realistic against Oklahoma.
No.
They've got playmakers. They got speed.
You held Oklahoma to 23 points.
And really 21 offensive points. That's a win. That's a huge win. You're not going to hold those guys to 7 points. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, Kaz is saying he's not coming on tomorrow.
Yes, he is.
He's upset.
Kaz, you can yell tomorrow at us. It's fine. 464-5685. Call or text as always. We have a caller. If you can hear us, you're on early break. Who do we have? Go ahead. Can you hear us, caller? Hello? Yeah, you're on.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Who do we have?
Yeah, who we got?
Oh, this is Sasha. I'm actually calling from Houston.
Okay.
Hello from Houston.
Thank you. Here's my dilemma with the coaching staff. It's kind of catch-22. We either have a good team led by a defense, a pretty good defense with a dynamic quarterback at times, then if the rest of the schedule looks to be about 6 or 7 good teams left in it, well, we should beat at least 2 of them, right? We should beat 2 or 3 of them and make a bowl game. Go 2-5, and then go win the 2 games against Northwestern and Purdue and get to 6.
Yeah.
Or we're not that good and we can't beat any of these teams, and then we're year 4 with a coaching staff or a team that's not that good. So that's why I kind of get back to a lot of the people who are overly supportive of the coaching staff is like, hey, the team is good enough. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. If you have a good team, you should be able to beat Michigan State, Michigan, and Iowa. Not everyone, right? A great team beats everyone that they play.
Right.
So you should go at least 2-5 against the top 30 teams we have left.
Okay.
That's all I got.
No, that's fair, Sasha.
Thanks for the call.
That's
Appreciate
fair.
that.
No, I mean we're in a critical phase of this. I mean, it's year 4, and you have a team that's pretty good, but you're going to have to win some close games against good teams. That's not an unfair expectation.
No, it's not at all.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to pick Nebraska to beat Michigan State because the matchup concerns me. The matchup specifically, Michigan State's front 7 against Nebraska's struggling offensive line. Now, you're going to say, and you'd be correct, well, how many Big Ten teams aren't good up front on defense, Sip?
I would say that.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's an issue. It's a big problem. Okay, you look down the line, Northwestern, you should get that. I mean, come on, you should beat Northwestern on your home field.
Northwestern lost to Duke. They were down by 23 points at one point in that game.
The Michigan matchup I like a little bit better. Mainly because it's on your home field, and Michigan's a good offense. They're running the ball well, but they're not a real dynamic offense. I mean, they run the ball well. Yeah, you should be able to. Okay,
they're not passing it all. They had like 11 pass attempts in that game.
Think about it. that game is going to be tight. Minnesota just held Colorado to minus rushing. Okay. Now you got an offensive line. You're going up to Minnesota with an offensive line that's scuffling right now. And Minnesota just held Colorado on Colorado's home field to minus rushing and 60 plus yards overall. You got a struggling offensive line. It's tough. Purdue just lost Bell, by the way. They lost Bell. Yeah, injured. I don't know if he'll be back. Jake, that might be season ending.
I missed that news.
Yeah. What's his first name?
David Bell.
David Bell. Bell may be out, Jake. Ohio State now? Come on. Do you look at that game after this game and say Nebraska can't beat Ohio State and Lincoln?
We'll see what happens in the next 2 months before you play them. But as of right now, that game is not a scary. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. But it's not like you expect 48-7 to happen that game again.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Wisconsin push them.
Wisconsin's gettable.
Wisconsin's gettable. Iowa is actually gettable. I know they're a top 5 team. They're gettable.
This Nebraska team is, let's just say it, they're pretty good.
But they have glaring issues at offensive line and kicker.
In the damn kicking game, yeah. Ugh. Can they get those resolved? Now, that's coaching. Now you got to get them resolved. Can you get them resolved?
I don't know if you can resolve the kicking game. Offensive line, I mean, I don't know. You put new guys in. I don't know
it's an interesting conversation between us with Connor Culp because I believe he's a good kicker. He's missed 5 of his last 6, though.
The yips are the yips.
Jake, he's lost 5 of them. He's missed 5 of his last 6.
You don't just overcome that because you're a good kicker. Doesn't happen like that. They got to do something there.
He's got to go out on the driving range. That's what he's got to do. He's got to go out on the driving. I mean, the kicker.
I'm sure he's on the driving range a lot as the kicker. That's all he does in practice is kick field goals, extra points. Okay, we have
to find the right grip.
We have another call.
Get a grip, Connor.
If you can hear us, who do we have? You're on early break. Go ahead.
Hey guys, it's Brandon.
Hey Brandon.
Nice to hear from you.
Hey, it was good game. It was a fun trip down and back. It would have been better if we could have came out of there with the win.
Wasn't it fun down there?
A couple takeaways. It was. That's a beautiful stadium and campus down there. Went down to Bricktown with a few buddies.
Good for you.
It's just a beautiful city down there.
It is beautiful.
A couple takeaways from what I heard from fans, and then I don't know if you guys caught after the game what Joel Klatt said about this Nebraska team and Scott Frost.
I need to hear it.
He said, if you're a Husker fan coming away from this game, you now know how close Scott Frost has this team to being back.
Mm-hmm.
Minus our team shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
This just shows how deep of a hole this program has been in. And he even said, you have 4 tough games coming up in the Big Ten that are gettable. You should at least win 1 or 2 of those 4 tough games.
I would hope so, yeah.
He did say that, yeah.
Better.
The other thing, you have to look at this defense. They held Oklahoma to 21 offensive points. The last time Oklahoma was held to under, I think they said it was under 26 points
24
for a game was 24 was 2013. That's an accomplishment. Yeah, you can't just always take moral victories, but that right there shows you we only had 3 guys on the line up front on D, and they were able to, make plays in the backfield and get Rattler, out of his comfort zone. He did not want to get hit. You could see it. When there was pressure on him, he was not looking down the field. He was trying to see where those guys were coming from. And the thing that I noticed the most, and I said it when I called in on Thursday about the safeties, was that was going to be a big key. And he did not want hardly test those safeties across the middle. I think they were afraid of getting their wide receivers or somebody really hammered on because they know those guys are experienced.
They hit.
And, yeah. One last thing that I thought was interesting while we were down there, and I'll hang up and listen to you guys.
Okay, Brad.
I don't think it's happened here in Nebraska. I know that we have our guys, our sports players, volleyball, football, that are doing their own, NIL stuff. When we were down there on Saturday, the big talk down there was that Spencer Rattler just got a brand new Dodge Ram truck and a Dodge Charger
2 cars
from a dealership down there. the day before the game, and
Mm-hmm.
all the talk was, how is this going to affect him? How is it going to go to his head? How is this offensive line that's supposed to be there to protect him? What are they going to think about this? Because he's getting all this stuff and being made to look like the superstar, and they don't get anything.
He's the QB, Brandon. Oh, yeah, Brandon. He's the QB.
Yeah.
Okay, per the atmosphere. Oh my God, Jake.
Haven't even discussed that yet.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean,
Was it raucous?
I would say it's pretty amazing going down to the campus of a place like Oklahoma that loves football so much. Jake, at 8:00 on campus, it's rocking. 8:00 in the morning, Jake, it's rocking. It's a way different environment than, say, when you go to Michigan State. You go to a lot of just the decent Big Ten teams. Holy crap, it was intense down there. And yeah, I'm down on the sideline before the game. It's another school that lets way too many people on the sideline before a game. You can hardly get around. But it's super intense. By the way, Dominic Raiola, our friend Dominic, was there with Dylan. Dylan Raiola, his son, was there as part of an official visit. So he's down on the field watching all that. I actually met Dylan. Pretty impressive.
How was Dominic doing?
Dominic was fired up. He's doing great. He did an interview with Chris Basnet.
Nice.
He's a little disappointed with the offensive line, but
a little. Oh, is that right?
I'll tell you one thing though. We how have we not talked about Juergens yet? Juergens he loves. Dominic's a big fan of Cam Juergens. Cam Juergens gets those 2 flags for unnecessary roughness or blocking downfield too hard. What a joke! I mean, what is it becoming?
Thank you.
What is college football becoming? That kid gets 2 flags for that, for blocking downfield.
Both times, Klatt and Johnson are like, no,
horrible calls. I mean, just this has got to stop. I mean, this is really. I hope those officials. I hope that in the review process, somebody tells them, "Look, come on, the kid's blocking."
Well, if you watch, also there were several times Oklahoma did the same thing and nothing. I mean, they were
DP,
even worse.
Yeah, DP
had great video on that.
Yeah, DP put that out on
Holy
video,
crap.
and I really appreciate that.
A couple times
because it's a fairness issue. Wait a second. I mean, they mauled one of those Nebraska guys in the end zone
after the play was over.
After that play was over,
already scored.
No flag,
nothing.
No flag.
2 guys were on him.
Yeah,
there's 2 guys.
Yeah, they double teamed the guy. I think that was Caleb Tanner.
As the play had already been scored.
Yeah. Come on, where's the? I mean, you just want fairness. You want it to be equitable.
I just love I'm glad
that's a Big Ten crew too.
I know,
which makes you wonder a little bit, right?
So
it makes you wonder a little bit, right?
Maybe.
God, you
can't
help it.
On the Juergens calls, both of them. So right away, again, Gus and Joel Klatt, Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt.
He's blocking downfield.
When the flags are called, they're saying, "Man, this is crazy." The O-line is just killing themselves. And both times when they show the replay, they're like, I don't see it, Gus. I don't see it, Joel. That's just football.
Yeah,
that was football.
Yeah, he's blocking a guy downfield.
They
blocking
said
him
both
hard.
times. Again, they said they were critical and they said replay says no. That's football.
Yeah,
bad calls.
Yeah, you can't take Cam Juergens to task on that. You can take the offensive line for jumping 4 times on the opening drive.
How about the first two? Before the ball was snapped, they had 2 false starts.
Before
it was
the first
and
play.
20. Yeah,
before the first play.
Right. They had 1st and 20.
Yeah,
on the actually took an actual snap in the game.
That is a face palm moment.
A lot
but
of
Cam
06.
Juergens, come on.
The offensive line is a face palm collective.
But those flags on Cam Juergens are awful.
That's football, man.
Right.
Football isn't football anymore, apparently. Just something else I don't know. More next, an early break in the ticket.
When you choose new flooring, you don't want to wait for weeks or months to enjoy it. You want it installed right away. Hi, Steve Carper from O Street Carpet. We hear stories every day about long waits and installation charges way higher than necessary. When you choose O Street Carpet, we'll measure free, install right away, and at a much better price. Stop in, shop now. Proud to be Lincoln's choice for nearly 50 years.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street and ostreetcarpet.com.
All the fall favorites are back at Bagels and Joe. Try their caramel apple cream cheese on any of their bagels, or pick up some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins or pumpkin spice lattes for the office. And don't forget their delicious breakfast sandwiches and burritos. Bagels and Joe with 4 Lincoln locations.
Have you been to Barn Wood and Leather, that new furniture store in Lincoln? It's a whole new look. If you like country, you'll love Barn Wood and Leather. It's country with a kick. Rustic, yet contemporary, handcrafted in America from historic reclaimed barnwood and the finest leather. Create your own one-of-a-kind look for a room or your whole home. Come see for yourself at Barnwood and Leather, South 14th and Dahlberg. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Tailgating is back, and Sartor Heyman Jewelers is offering a deal that'll really fire you up. Receive a free Traeger grill with a purchase of $2,500 or more. Take advantage of interest-free financing with no money down. Sartor Heyman has dazzling jewelry in every price range, so buy her the diamonds she's been dreaming of and get instantly rewarded with a free Traeger grill. Offer ends soon, so hurry in and get them while they're hot. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
If you're struggling to get motivated to work out, you're not alone. And Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with Farrell's 10-week challenge starting October 2nd. Farrell's combines kickboxing with inclusive strength training and nutrition planning to help you stay on track. Go to fxblincoln.com to sign up, and if you mention the ticket, you'll get a 50% discount. It's the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-week challenge starting October 2nd with 2 locations in Lincoln.
We're gonna eat pizza from Casey's and watch the football games. Yeah, enjoy the season with delicious Casey's pizza. 2 tasty pizzas for big game days.
Now at Casey's, you can get 2 large single-topping pizzas with delicious made-from-scratch dough for $9.99 each with promo code DOUBLE.
Casey's here for good. Yeah.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Stutzman Digging and Excavating reminds parents and grandparents that recreational activities that involve your children produces memories that last a lifetime. It also helps kids understand the importance of family and good sportsmanship. Stutzman Digging and Excavating wishes your family good times, good health, and a prosperous school year. That's from the families at Stutzman Digging and Excavating. For all your excavating and drainage needs, call Stutzman Digging and Excavating in Milford at 402-641-1404. Stutzman Digging and Excavating, always concerned for your health, safety, and welfare of our community.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So we have talked about this a lot today, but it needs to be mentioned again, I think, for a segment of its own. We began the show talking about how Nebraska's kicking game is a big problem. Now, Sip, I think you agree with me that, again, we talked about last segment. Nebraska is going to have a lot of close football games the rest of this year against good teams, too.
Yep.
Iowa, Wisconsin.
They're good enough to press anybody. They're good enough to press anybody.
The defense is good enough to press anybody. Martinez is having a good enough year to
It's
press
not.
anybody.
Yeah, let's be clear though. Let's be clear on something, Jake.
Okay.
Before we get into this, it's not just the defense. It's Adrian, and it's not just Adrian. I have harped on Scott not putting enough talent around Adrian Martinez. I'm not doing that anymore. All right. They have pretty good skill position talent at Nebraska now.
Receivers made plays. The tight ends made plays. They got guys.
Yeah, they do.
They need a line to block for them and allow them some time, but they have guys. And Adrian is playing really, really well after the first game.
Adrian's in a great spot.
His last 3 games, but since the Illinois game, he has been very, very good.
So it's a pretty good Jake, they have some dudes on Nebraska's team now. There's some dudes. We were talking about that in the car ride home, me, Chris Bazinet, and Parker Gabriel. I mean, think about what we're saying. Cam Jurgens is a dude, right?
Yes.
Austin Allen. I mean, I don't want to go through them because I don't want to leave anybody out. But you could just go through and say, ooh, Austin Allen. Come on, that's a dude. Vokalek. Jake, Nebraska jawing. Did you see that? Nebraska jawing with Oklahoma before the game.
That was interesting.
It was interesting. You know what's interesting? Seeing Austin Allen. Austin Allen didn't like it. But you know what Austin Allen was doing? Just shoving guys away from Oklahoma. Shoving them. I mean, he was getting in teammates' faces. Great to see.
I like to see him 6 catches for him in a game.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Austin Allen can play. That's a player.
Been begging for that.
He's a player.
They got him the ball.
Yeah,
on several third down throws.
Yeah. And again, we should emphasize Xavier Betts. You watch that play, Jake. He made a little move on that corner, that Oklahoma corner, ran by him.
But it was, that was awesome.
Ran by
the throw was
55-year-old.
The throw was on the money.
Yeah, 55-yard completion from Adrian, throw on the money. That they can do that.
The line gave him a little time on that one too.
Yep.
They
did.
They gave him
and that throw to Manning was a great throw
in the end zone.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that catch hit Nebraska in the end zone for a long
tough
time.
Catch.
Really
tough
good
catch.
He was getting hit.
Yeah.
But still,
they have some guys.
But still, you aren't. If this is truly a team that has the potential to win 7 games, it may be 8 if things go really right. If the defense keeps playing well, the offense keeps playing well, and the line gets better. It's not going to happen if they can't make field goals.
Right.
I know people say, "Oh, they roll their eyes." You can't roll your eyes.
No, I'm not. I'm not rolling my eyes.
Not going to blow people out. You've got to make the stuff that's gimmies. I mean, the somewhat gimme kicks.
No, I'm not rolling my eyes. You're exactly right.
The 50-plus yard you miss, I'm okay with. You can't be missing after a long drive a 35-yard kick that far left. I mean, he missed. He wasn't even close. You can't miss extra points. Like, these are things that have happened several. Nebraska's missed 3 extra points this year. They've missed 7 field goals through 4 games.
He's lost 5 of his last. He's missed 5 of his last 6.
They have missed 7 field goals through 4 games and 3 extra points. That cannot happen when you get to Big Ten play. It can't. You will not win the games.
And the emphasis is the emphasis on you're going to be in close games. All right, you can't give up 4 points, 3 points, 5 points, 6 points here and there.
A touchdown can't be worth 4 points. No. It can't happen.
No. And now me and Baz were down watching the warm-ups. And by the way, Connor Culp looked great in warm-ups. Just cranking 50-yarder. Cranking a 50-yarder, Jake. Looks good in warm-ups. Now, Kellen Meyer, who it was Kellen Meyer who went in and kicked the extra point. And you could see he kicks it low in warm-ups. It was, you don't have to be an NFL coach to watch warm-ups and see he kicks it a little low. So I was a little concerned about that. So I don't know. What do you got going forward behind Culp? I mean, I don't know. I would hope that today, this morning, they are really locked in on that situation. You know, we got to get somebody ready in case Connor continues to struggle. I don't like to.
There's no.
There's
no if.
I'm a tender heart. I get it. I'm a bit of a tender heart. I don't like to go hard on Connor Culp because he has the talent to do it. Right? He's a good kicker. He's a good kicker. I'm still saying he's a good kicker, Jake. I know what his track record is right now. My concern is he went south as a freshman at LSU. He went south. And then, then he worked his way back and he became the Big Ten kicker of the year last year. He hit 13 of 15 and he never missed an extra point last year. 20 for 20. He has it in him.
I mean, the kicker spot besides quarterback is probably the most mental spot in the entire football roster.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that?
I mean, it's talent, but that is purely,
I know.
It's a mental thing.
I know.
Because those guys are good enough to make any kick. You're a Division I kicker. Yeah. That is all mental.
Ugh. So what do you do?
I wish I had the answer.
Hypnosis?
Do you go back to Leadbelly and try to get a kicker from there again? Matt Waldock?
Well, no, they have some kickers on.
Where's Matt Waldock at?
No,
Bring
they have
him back.
some kickers on the roster that I think could maybe.
Why not? I'm curious if Brandon Frankie's kicking all these touchbacks. He's got to have a big leg. Is he errant with his kicks? I don't know.
I don't know. Just don't know that.
Before we get to the game show, it's going to call from Chris. Chris, you're on an early break. Go ahead.
Hey guys, great show, and man, the defense is excellent. Offense, 4 years in, still doesn't score. Even if they get an extra field goal, and I agree, 1 out of 2 out 50 yarders is good for a kicker to make. So that
Sure.
chip shot's what he needed to make.
Yep.
Even if they get that and the extra point, that's only 20 points. Our offense has never scored, and that's a problem. We march up and down the field. We don't score, and Adrian's got to realize you get 4 or 5 seconds back there. Omar is open, Teray is open, Austin are open. Why are they open? Because they're tall. You throw it up. You get the first down. You make them make the plays that they're there to make, because they're not going to get separation usually. They're there to jump and make the plays. He's got to learn that.
Okay.
All right, Chris. Thanks for the
it's
call.
hard to be too critical of Adrian. Adrian's
He was
numbers
19 at 25.
19 for 25, 289 outplayed Spencer Rattler. I mean,
And 17 carries, 34 yards. The sacks hurt there, but did have that nice touchdown.
yeah.
also.
Now you got to remember, Chris, he was under pressure basically on half his throws.
Constant duress.
Right. Half his throws, he's under pressure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pinning anything on Adrian.
No, this is not a blame Adrian game.
No. By the way, what did Teray do in this game?
3 catches, 27 yards.
Okay, not
Quiet game
bad.
for Samara.
Quiet game, but now that's because they got some guys back.
Banning and Betts were good, and Allen and Vokalek were involved.
Yeah,
you had a complement of weapons out there,
and you still have Oliver Martin waiting to get back, and he'll probably be back this week. Hey, man, they put some guys around Adrian now.
Well,
there's some guys.
Now let's make kicks.
Yeah.
And let's get in the end zone.
And I happen to like the running backs. I do. If they had room, Jake, they have running backs.
Yep. The offensive line is the problem.
Ramir Johnson ran hard, and he's fast. He's fast. Ramir can get up the field.
Ramir.
Yeah.
Ramir. Let's play the game. So give us a call right now. 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's sip is NFL player colleges. What schools did these guys go to?
Okay.
Feel good about
pretty
that?
simple.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. 464
I'm fired up about this game.
5685. Shut up, Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dick Down Sip and Trivia. You feel okay about this?
I got to lock in. I'm a little fired up about the game, and my brain's a little all over the place.
All right.
If I lock in, I might be all right.
Lock it in. Josh, how do you feel about NFL player colleges?
Good. I'm looking forward to talking about Ramir Johnson.
If I was Ramir Johnson, I spelled it R-A-H, I'd want to be called Ramir Johnson. Okay, that's what I'm.
Maybe you should ask him about it personally.
Ra.
You would call him Ra? All right.
It's R-A-H.
I got it.
It's R-A-H.
Josh, here's your first question. What school did Giants quarterback Daniel Jones play for?
Duke.
Yeah, I'm glad you gave him that one. If you gave me that one, you'd be accused of handing me stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Sip, for the tie, here's your first question. What school did Washington football team running back Antonio Gibson play for? Third round pick from this school.
From Utah.
From Utah. Nope. Josh, do you want that one or not?
Yeah, let's go Memphis.
Memphis is correct, and we're looking at a 0-1 start likely to the week. Miracle needs to happen here. Josh needs to miss this if you have any chance. For the win, Josh, last question. What school did Texans wide receiver Brandon Cooks play for?
Yep. 0-1, baby. Oregon State.
Brilliant! Josh came ready to play. 3-0 sweep. Congrats, Josh. We get your bagels, and we'll call him down the road. Nice work this morning.
Jeez. Good job, Josh.
That
Excellent
was
job.
a route.
Yeah,
A
excellent
route
job.
right there.
Yeah, I'll take the L on that. I mean, he just outplayed me. I took an L.
Damn it. I don't think you're going to beat Josh today.
No, he was raw. He was locked and loaded.
You want your last one?
I guess, yeah.
What school did Browns running back Kareem Hunt go to?
Kareem Hunt, he was a Bruin. He was
UCLA?
Yeah. Kareem Hunt. Where did he go to school? Where did he go?
He played at Toledo.
Oh,
Toledo.
Who am I mixing him up with?
I don't know. Who are you mixing him up with?
I mean,
Maurice Jones-Drew. That was a long time
Wasn't
ago.
there a Kareem that other than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that played at UCLA?
I don't even know.
All
at this
right,
point.
all right,
Maybe.
all right.
No, he was Toledo.
All right,
he was a rocket.
I think I'm 8-5 since the reset.
That's possible.
Yeah. Hey, Capper? What's the board say over there? What am I since the he can't talk. Mouth it.
Did it say on there at all? 8-4?
8-4.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, hey.
Go ahead, Happer.
Since when?
Since the reset.
Does it say a number on the board over there?
It says 8-4 on the bottom.
That's right. Yeah, now he's 8-5 since the reset.
That's 8-5 since the reset.
Oh,
Happer.
what'd you do that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Good morning, Happer.
Yeah, hey, Happer. Thanks for helping out over there.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning.
Appreciate it. All right. Okay. Let's get out of here. And when we come back, we will do the spillover with, you just heard his voice, Connor Happer and Mike Schaefer next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Tailgating is back, and Sartor Heyman Jewelers is offering a deal that'll really fire you up. Receive a free Traeger grill with a purchase of $2,500 or more. Take advantage of interest-free financing with no money down. Sartor Heyman has dazzling jewelry in every price range, so buy her the diamonds she's been dreaming of and get instantly rewarded with a free Traeger grill. Offer ends soon, so hurry in and get them while they're hot. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drivewise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At Mountain Dew, we support the best and baddest disaster relief group in America, Team Rubicon. To show our support of Team Rubicon, Mountain Dew put in $1 million. And now you can help Team Rubicon too. Look for specially marked Team Rubicon bottles of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Enter for a chance to win weekly prizes at MountainDewTR.com and donate to Team Rubicon. You'll earn exclusive rewards when you do. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 and older. Subject to rules at MountainDewTR.com. Ends 10/3/2020.
Now that Ken Richards has purchased Brokers Agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Brokers Insurance Agency name. Brokers Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsuranceNE.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
At Gaina Trucking, you can make a better income, a better career, and a better life. Gaina Trucking and Excavating is now hiring Class A and B CDL drivers. Careers include amazing benefits with a 401k, healthcare, paid vacations, annual raises, and so much more. 40-hour work weeks guaranteed year-round. To be a part of this amazing career opportunity, apply online at GainaTrucking.com. Don't miss our team culture, benefits, and a career that will give you a better life. Be better at Gaina Trucking and Excavating.
Ready for this?
1, 2, 3, up.
At Madonna Rehabilitation Hospitals, success in rehabilitation is measured in breakthroughs. Taking a step after a brain injury, feeling reassurance after a spinal trauma, saying a word after a stroke. We bring hope and healing to adults and children through clinical expertise, cutting-edge research, and innovative technology. After traumatic illness and injury, when some might say, I can't, at Madonna we work hard to say, now you can. Learn more at Madonna.org.
If you're struggling to get motivated to work out, you're not alone. And Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with Farrell's 10-week challenge starting October 2nd. Farrell's combines kickboxing with inclusive strength training and nutrition planning to help you stay on track. Go to fxblincoln.com to sign up, and if you mention the ticket, you'll get a 50% discount. It's the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge starting October 2nd with 2 locations in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here. In 2013, I first came across Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville, and I've been a customer ever since. What's kept me coming back to Koppel is the people. Oftentimes, owner Bob Koppel and his son Brandon are right there with you in the showroom, walking you through the process. There's no runaround at Koppel. It's a hardworking Nebraska company built on honest, small-town values. So make that short drive to Louisville or visit them online at koppelcars.com.
Want a free pair of Nebraska football tickets? Head to theticketfm.com's contest tab and register for a free pair of tickets each week of a home game, courtesy of Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Woods Brothers and 93.7 The Ticket. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Connor Happer and Mike Schaefer. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
Hello.
I would like to begin the spillover with an audio clip.
What is your problem?
And we'll react to this.
Schaefer's been so nice
just
to
easy, easy. All right, here we go. Here's the clip to begin today's spillover.
High snap, put down. Joseph, come on! It is gone! No, he
That's
missed
no
it.
good.
Are you kidding me? He missed it right.
He missed it right.
Oh, my
kidding
heavens.
me? Oh my. This, he missed it right. What a gut punch to a team. Ball that play after play toward the end fought its way back.
I like
I mean, if you wanted to play audio of a team not scoring on Sunday,
Hey, it's all right.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go. Guys,
were you not talking trash with Jay Foreman about the Dolphins?
I'm trying to bring up the Vikings here right now.
You couldn't even. You know how many other teams scored on Sunday?
0 points.
Literally every other team. The only teams that didn't score on Sunday were the Dolphins. They played. The Packers and the Lions. Oh, they play tonight.
Jay,
Interesting.
you opened up a can of worms here.
Listen,
Fascinating.
I've always said this.
Your team, you know who else managed to score when they're back? Davis Mills led the Texans to more points than the Dolphins, who I believe you had as a playoff team. They couldn't even score.
He's a cereal company
against the Bills. Really?
All right.
And is this where you're going to tell us that without
I'll
Tua,
say something eventually.
the high-powered
I'll get
Dolphins
warranted eventually
offense,
here.
The high-powered Dolphins offense without Tua couldn't score? Is this what I am to understand?
Are you done?
No, not really. I could go for longer.
The Dolphins are 11-4 in their last 15 games outside of the Bills games. They don't play the Bills well. They suck against Buffalo. That's a fact. They suck against them.
Is this what you tell yourself to make yourself feel better about your team
Listen,
not
the
scoring?
Raiders, the Dolphins
Shake. I gotta
play
give
the
it to
Raiders this week. There's no way the Raiders can start off 3-0.
How many
They'll shoot
teams did the
themselves
Bills
in the
shut
foot.
out in that stretch?
I don't know. All I know, the Bills are the Dolphins' kryptonite. The Bills are the Dolphins' kryptonite. It used to be the Patriots. Now it's the Bills.
I just want to see him fight. I just want to see Jake fight, and he's fighting, and I appreciate it.
circles the
Through this run of kryptonite,
Bills.
were the Dolphins able to just come up with points at some juncture?
I'm going to say this right now. My loss was less painful yesterday than your loss. I'm fine.
Well,
it was
yeah, 'cause
over.
your loss was over the minute the game started.
Hey, an L is an L, and I was like, I move on with my day. Halftime, all right.
You
do
didn't get
something
to
else.
experience the joy of watching your team should have lose 1,000 times.
No, I
should have
I
win
appreciate
12
that.
times
Yeah,
and
the
then still
Dolphins-
lose
The
any.
Dolphins win close games. They get blown out once in a while, and you move on with your day.
This is right.
Okay.
I was fine. Listen, I'd rather lose the way the
I could listen
Dolphins
to this
lost
all day long.
compared to the Vikings lost.
Oh, I don't know.
You would rather. Is this where you come in and you say that Nebraska would have been better off losing 35-0 than
No.
not scoring in the Oklahoma
Yeah,
game?
I'm not sure about
I
that.
don't know that your water
whoa.
holds any argument with words that you yourself say
Yeah.
when you speak for the people. So are you speaking for the people when you say that it's better to lose when your team never has a chance than to lose when your team actually plays and scores?
They only don't have a chance against the Bills. That's the only team they don't have a
Okay,
chance.
so
against.
just the
one
Bills.
team, one team in the NFL. They can compete against anybody else, even the Chiefs. They can compete against.
Okay.
They can't beat the Bills. The Bills have something right now.
Professional football offense
Listen,
that
I don't
couldn't
know.
score a point.
They're going to beat the Raiders on Sunday with Jacoby Brissett.
They're going to
and
compete against the Raiders?
And what happened? No, they're going to beat the Raiders.
I don't know, Jake.
The Raiders cannot start 3-0. It's impossible. They're going to lose on Sunday.
It's
They
impossible
can't
for a
It's
team.
the Raiders.
Jake, it's
The Raiders
impossible for a
can't
team
do
of
it.
professional athletes that are paid money, not NLI money, not, car salesman money. These guys are paid millions of dollars to score points.
The Dolphins were in the red zone a lot yesterday, and they had fumbles at the 5-yard line.
If we're using the
They
transitive
went for a 4th
property,
and 3.
the Raiders who beat the Steelers, who beat the Bills, it could be, 70-0 on can you get negative points in the NFL? Would the Dolphins discover this?
I love Brian Flores. Yesterday was the worst called game I think I've ever seen, though, in the NFL. The Dolphins were down 14-0. They tried to score a touchdown. If they just chipped away with field goals, the defense is playing well. The defense is playing well.
Usually defenses play pretty well when you're down and lose 35-0.
No, it was 14-0. The Dolphins.
Do you understand your team gave up more points than the Vikings did, and the Vikings defense was absolutely atrocious?
Both teams lost.
I'm just saying, you just said that they could chip away with field goals in a game they ultimately lost 35-0.
You see Josh Allen's stats. He didn't do anything. They gave a couple runs.
He got a win, right?
He did. Yeah, they won the game. But
the Bills scored 5 touchdowns.
If the Dolphins aren't idiots and actually kick field
you
goals,
need 12 field goals to win a game in which your defense that played well gave up 5 touchdowns.
They score a touchdown if they actually get some belief and they can scoring points.
Well, now they need belief. You're just adding all these different things into it.
They had a backup quarterback hasn't played this year.
Well, now it's about the backup quarterback.
It's all about getting some confidence.
I
when
thought
your
you were
starter
fine
goes
about
out.
this loss.
All right, easy. The offensive line is atrocious. The offensive line is worse than Nebraska's, which is hard to beat.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm enjoying the Vikings losing in painful fashion too.
thank God
Hey,
for
listen,
football season.
you can bash me all you want. Both teams
I'm not
lost
bashing
on
you.
Sunday.
Nobody's
And
bashing
I was
you.
over mine at halftime, and you had the crippling loss at the end of the game.
I just was glad to see you fight
0-2,
back.
1-1. We're scoreboard.
Yeah,
Leader
scoreboard.
standings here.
Schaefer had the
You were
terrible
incredibly scoreboard.
Sunday task of being invested in his football team for longer than
Right. I was playing golf. It was great. I said, well, I don't need to watch this. It's over. 1-1. Let's go beat the Raiders next week. Brissett's a fine quarterback. They just made a lot of.
I don't know. He kind of isn't.
Well, he led them to 0 points on Sunday.
Yeah.
So if he does that again, they've got a real chance.
Yeah.
The
They just need
Dolphins
to kick
had
field goals.
approximately 85 drops yesterday in open passes because they suck, apparently, all of a sudden. They're
No,
fine.
they suck.
They are going to be in contention for a wild card. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
Even with Tua out for a while, I don't know when he comes back.
Contention for a wild card.
Minnesota's in contention for their division.
I didn't say they get the wild card. They're going to be in contention until the very end for a wild card bid. Might go into week 17 or week 18 this year. They will be contending for a wild card.
God, I could do So when they lose, are
Every
you already?
team has back.
Come on, guys. Did you already
Josh
factor
Allen.
in that they have Kryptonite still on their schedule one more time?
Yeah, one more time
And Josh
still.
Allen has not looked good so far.
Josh Allen played horribly,
He was not
and
good.
still they won
Right, because
35
the
to
Dolphins
0.
made terrible decisions. Not go. They went for.
The Vikings made great decisions.
They were like 0 for 5 on 4th downs. What the hell they're doing?
all
Kick
their
a field
decisions
goal.
were very good.
Paul Allen made a bad decision.
Well, I don't know. Like that kick didn't ever look good. No, it didn't. It didn't. He missed it by 2 feet. There was, the Connor Colt field goal against Buffalo looked far better and was probably between the That's the thing. When he kicked it, I was like, "Oh, this isn't." He missed it by 2 feet. Unless there's a gust of wind in this dome, this thing isn't moving.
Yeah, Paul Allen's really good too, so I want to say that. Come on, Chafe.
I enjoy him because he's got like the requisite amount of homer that you want.
Gusto.
A lot of homers.
He's got a lot of gusto.
And he's like very loud, which I sort of appreciate. Like it is not boring. We'll put it that way.
Right. You
But
like him.
I could see where if you didn't root for the Vikings, his shtick would be really tough to listen. Like,
How would you
as
characterize his
Brunts,
shtick?
as Brunts has listened to him with me on multiple car trips back from Big Ten country, I can just there's little ticks that he has, and I can just see Brunts' like right eye twitch a little bit. Like this is a little much.
And we love the Broncos radio call.
Do you?
Yes, it's here on the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Come on!
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do love the Broncos.
No, he
That's no
missed.
good.
Well,
Are
he's
you
paying
kidding me? He
attention.
missed it right. He missed it right.
Listen, if you're going to disparage my Dolphins, I'm going to bring it to the Vikings.
Yeah, you played that 3 times.
Yeah, I'll play it again.
it's
I'm getting
great.
hammered over here. I'll play it again.
You started with this. Like,
I
what
did.
did you expect me
And
to do?
I wanted you to respond.
You started with
That's
this
what I
on your
said.
team
I
couldn't
wanted
score
you
a
to
point in a
hammering.
game.
You were angry on Twitter about Mike Zimmer. I thought you might go into a rant about Zimmer, not go right to my Dolphins. This is your chance to rip Mike Zimmer. You went
could
right
have
to my
started
team.
like, hey man, obviously it's always frustrating when your team blows a game. What was that like for you yesterday? But no, you were like, oh, let's play this audio clip, and my team lost 35-0. Maybe he won't mention that. You know that I'm a jerk. You basically were like, I'm going to float this right down the middle for him, and he's definitely just not going to take a swing.
I was sort of surprised you didn't preface it with something.
I just enjoy it when Schaefer goes and rants about his team.
Well, he's got time for that. He's got 3 more hours.
Because the Vikings.
You're only here for this 10 minutes.
The Vikings find ways to lose.
We're not going to talk about the Dolphins again because they can't score, so I might as well use it during this spillover.
Mark it down right now. The Dolphins are beating the Raiders on Sunday.
All right.
But never the Bills.
No, the Bills. Yeah, they'll never beat the Bills ever again. To the end of time, the Bills will beat us. I hate the Bills so much.
It's okay.
Jay Foreman's in my ears, man. I can't get out of my own way.
That was fun, Jay.
Poor Dolphins.
Next
week.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you.
Happy to be a
Time
part.
for the 2-minute drill.
Hot round. Red 7. Red 7. Red 7. Hot round. Down. Set. Hut.
Someone explain to me why in week 2 of the NFL football season, the Lions are on Monday Night Football.
That's a good question. That's a pretty good
Your
question.
team lost 35-0.
No, don't bring
I
that
didn't
back.
ask them to be on Monday Night Football.
Right.
I don't like primetime. We suck in primetime. Why are the Lions playing in primetime on Monday night?
TJ Hawkinson.
No one wants to see the Lions.
I mean, anytime you can get DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkinson,
They're 13-point
Quintez Cephas,
underdogs in an NFL
Jamal
game.
Williams.
Jared Goff.
They are 13-point dogs in an NFL game in Monday Night Football.
Well, what if they win? What if they score more than 0?
Then shout out to the Lions. Then. Good
You know
job.
the Packers scored more in week 1 than the Dolphins did in week 2 against the pretty
Aaron
average
You guys,
New
you know,
Orleans team.
if we go 2-1, then this is all forgotten. Yesterday, it's fine. 2-1, beat the Raiders. That's my mission. We're on to Vegas, as Belichick would say. Happer and Shaper is next for Steve Sipple. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Experiencing increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com. Century Electric is now hiring for